Just a moment. Just a moment. We're gonna take a minute and get a couple people maybe or more before I start taking off. Looking at the page, That's right. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, we got the flying fries Quasar. Think about going to Russia for fun, shits and giggles. What do y'all say? Okay, let me double check, make sure my stream is streaming like fine. Doing okay. Are we doing alright? I'm surprised. I mean, we got bad weather. Is there any lightning? Because it was lightning and thundering. I'm gonna be sad if I don't see no lightning, because I was hoping to see lightning in the clouds. I would be so sick to see right now. Alright. Now, let's get this puppy started. Beautiful, delicious appetite.
Daily joke time. How many months have 28 days?
I don't know.
All of them.
What kind of joke even was that? I don't even know what to say. Okay. Alright. Alright. Okay. Whatever, man. Oh, wow. Fancy. We are going to turn the camera lighting on. Whoops. Hello. It was on. We're gonna turn those lights on. Floodlight. Ah, beautiful. Next floodlight. Oh, lovely. Ha ha ha. I don't think I needed that bright right now. I'm on the dark side of the earth. Yeah, that should be good enough. Now maybe a little bit brighter. Ooh, she's a beauty.
Ground Delta 2065 Heavy requesting pushback. Delta 2065 Heavy pushback request accepted.
Oh yeah, look at all that delicious weather. That's some lovely weather. Makes me question though, is ATC gonna let me get out of here? Can it be closed that? Yep, there we go. I don't think I need de-icing system on because I'm going to be going some insane speeds and it's not even cold. There's one last thing where taxi lights, nav lights,
Delta 2065 Heavy request to end pushback received.
landing lights. Beacon, I hope that's not my flashes.
Ground Delta Delta 2065 Heavy with Kilo ready to taxi IFR. Delta 2065 Heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 26 left using taxiway. Contact tower on
What is that?
133.425 when ready.
This player. There's a couple players actually over here today. Hartsville Jackson's busy.
Taxiing hold short runway 26 left via taxiway Delta 2065 Heavy.
Okay, alrighty. Anything else I need to check? Oh, yes.
Delta 249er Tree Heavy requesting pushback.
FCS test
Delta
checks limited
249er Tree
surface
Heavy
status.
pushback request accepted.
Started.
All right, we're gonna let that do that thing before we start powering this stuff on. And I'm gonna tell you, this thing is wicked fast. When I'm talking about wicked fast, you're gonna see how wicked fast. Because I'm gonna be in Russia literally in a blink of an eye. All right, we need the ladder closed there. I almost forgot about that. This thing has so much thrust, man. You don't even want to have all four of these turned on because your brakes don't work. It's got that much thrust. Alright, fuel is set there. What else can I look at? Ah, I like that. You know what?
Sound level test.
Ground Delta 249er Tree Heavy requesting the end of
All
pushback.
tests completed. We are clear
Delta
to proceed.
249er Tree Heavy request to end pushback received.
Okay, first things first. Need to go to my MFD.
Ground Delta
Direct
249er Tree Heavy with Kilo ready to taxi IFR.
you.
Delta 249er Tree Heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 26 left via taxiway.
PP.
Contact tower on 133.425 when ready.
We're going to Russia. That's right. Let's activate that, baby. Yeah.
Taxi to and hold short runway 26 left via taxiway Delta
Cool. Now we
249er
can
Tree
power
Heavy.
everything else. So first
Delta
things first.
249er Tree Heavy hold position caution other traffic.
Bink, bink, and then bink, 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 bink. Ah, yes, satisfied. Satisfied.
Hold position Delta 249er Tree Heavy.
Fuel. And then we got our console here. Nice. Okay, we got our flight plan set. Basic. Which is fine for me. Alright, I don't think there's anything else that I need to do except for a bleep and a bleep.
Delta 249er Tree Heavy continue taxi. Roger Delta 249er Tree Heavy.
Engines online. Yeah. Listen to that beautiful sound. It's gonna be a little bit laggy. My computer's weak. Also, probably would help if I do a few more extra things, you know?
Ground Southwest 4767 with Kilo ready to taxi IFR. Southwest 4767 taxi to and hold short of runway 26 right via taxiway. Contact tower on 123.85 when ready.
Oh, I gotta update my job.
Delta 249er Tree Heavy hold position caution the Airbus A20 and on the taxiway. Delta 249er Tree Heavy continue taxi. Ground Delta 1280 Heavy requesting pushback. Delta 1280 heavy pushback request accepted.
I don't see. Let's see which way is which. Alright,
Taxiing hold
so
short runway 26 right using taxiway southwest 4767.
I believe.
Ground Delta
Am I
789er
departing
heavy
north?
request taxi to the gate.
No
Delta
way, am I really?
789er heavy taxi to gate Charlie 55 using taxiway.
That's weird. I'm departing north.
Southwest 4767 hold position caution other traffic. Taxiing to gate Charlie 55 using
Guess I
taxiway
am.
Delta 789er heavy.
Yep, we're going to go north.
Southwest
Okay, cool.
4767 continue taxi. Roger Delta 249er tree heavy. Roger Southwest 4767.
Ground N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra with Kilo request taxi for takeoff departure to the north.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra taxi to and hold short of runway 26 right via taxiway. Contact tower on 123.85 when ready.
Taxi to and hold short runway 26 right using taxiway N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra.
Ground Delta 1280 heavy with Kilo ready to taxi IFR. Delta 1280 heavy taxi to and hold short of runway 26 left using taxiway. Contact tower on 133.425 when ready.
I'm not very good at landing this thing yet. This thing is heavy. I'm talking about 300,000 pounds. This thing is weighing as much as a Airbus 320, A320. Yeah, this puppy's a heavy brick. This is literally a brick going at Mach 7 with not very much aerodynamic surfaces. It's just belly floating or wave surfing the air. But it flies quite well. It's a nice airplane. I should really call it an airplane. It's a space plane. This is a space plane. And I'm not even really using any, like, thrust. Just doing it on its own. If I had all four of my engines on, this would be going quick already. No, it's not. Huh?
Atlanta Tower N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra at runway 26 right, ready for departure to the north.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, line up and wait.
Line up and wait N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra.
Southwest 4767, contact Atlanta departure on 121.225. Good day. .225 Southwest 4767. Goodbye. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, wind 215 at 7. Caution, the Airbus A20N taking off runway 26 left. North departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 26 right.
Cleared for takeoff runway 26 right N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra.
Sorry, I have to wait for that number to go up some.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra. Continue for north departure. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra. Leaving my airspace frequency change approved. Delta 1425 Heavy number 2 for landing. Follow the Cessna Skyhawk on final. Wind 215 at 7. Caution the Scottish Aviation Bulldog landing runway 26 left. Clear to land runway 26 right.
Atlanta Tower N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra frequency change. Atlanta Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra is typed 6 miles west of Atlanta, 7,100 feet. Request flight following.
N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra Atlanta Center. Squawk 1412. Delta 1170 Heavy contact Atlanta Center on 133.8. Good day.
Squawk 1412 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra.
N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra radar contact 4 miles southwest of Fulton County 10,900 feet. Altimeter 29.88.
Roger N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra.
N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at 12,000 feet Scottish Aviation Bulldog. Report them in sight. Allegiant Tree 472 Heavy contact Atlanta Center on 128.0. Good day.
N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra have the traffic.
Going to 128.0 Allegiant Tree 472 Heavy. One tree 3.8 Delta 1170 Heavy. Goodbye. Endeavour 507 tree traffic is 6 o'clock 4 miles at 12,000 feet Scottish Aviation Bulldog. Report them in sight. Delta 304 tree traffic is 10 o'clock 4 miles at 12,000 feet Cessna Skyhawk. Report them in sight. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Atlanta Center on 133.8. Good day.
Going to 133.8 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Atlanta Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 210.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Atlanta Center radar contact. Continue.
Contact Center on 132.05. Good day.
132.05 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 635.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Center radar contact. Continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Memphis Center on 126.75. Good day.
126.75 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Memphis Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 695.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Memphis Center radar contact. Continue.
Three times the speed of sound with no effort. Why can't the other aircraft catch us?
Memphis Center Allegiant 68 Heavy is at 15,300 feet, descending 15,000 feet. Allegiant 68 Heavy Memphis Center altimeter 29.87 radar contact. Continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact center on
Mach
125.85.
7 confirmed.
Good day.
Conventional aircraft now qualify as fossil
Going to
exhibits.
125.85 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 1045.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Center radar contact. Continue. Southwest 1257 contact Memphis Center on 126.75. Good day. Going to 126.75 Southwest 1257. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Memphis Center on 133.65. Good day.
Going to 133.65 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Memphis Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 1370.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Memphis Center radar contact. Continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Kansas City Center on 125.3. Good day.
Going to 125.3 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Kansas City Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 1355.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Kansas City Center radar contact. Continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Kansas City Center on 125.5. Good day. JetBlue 348 heavy traffic is 2 o'clock 4 miles at flight level 340 Airbus A20N. Report them in sight.
125.5 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Kansas City Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight
Okay,
level
something random just happened. My flight controls just got inverted. What the shit?
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra
We've reached the
contact
edge of
Kansas City
space.
Center on
Down below is just a
121.25.
blue memory.
Good day.
Maybe I'll let you visit it again. Maybe?
121.25 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Kansas City Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Kansas City Center radar contact continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Kansas City Center on 135.525. Good day.
135.525 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Kansas City Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Kansas City Center radar contact continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Kansas City Center on 132.6. Good day.
132.6 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Kansas City Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Kansas City Center radar contact continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Chicago Center on 118.15. Good day.
Going to 118.15 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Chicago Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Chicago Center radar contact continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Chicago Center on 127.05. Good day.
127.05 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Chicago Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Chicago Center radar contact continue.
Auto train,
Delta
auto
421
train.
heavy contact Chicago Center on 118.15. Good day. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Minneapolis Center on 134.0. Good day.
I'm already at Minneapolis, passing by that zone. Basically, well, not really literally there, but passing the zone area.
Minneapolis Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Minneapolis Center radar contact continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Minneapolis Center on 127.75. Good day.
127.75 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Minneapolis Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Minneapolis Center. Radar contact continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Minneapolis Center on 127.1. Good day.
Yeah, I know.
127.1 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Minneapolis Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Minneapolis Center. Radar contact continue.
It's gonna take me 50 minutes to reach Russia.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact center.
Look at that. You see that number right there? 4954. That's how long it's going to take me to reach Russia at this speed.
125.5 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Center N4 as
Look,
November
this is how
4
long it's
Alpha
gonna take
Sierra
me to
flight
reach
level
Russia.
2445.
Minutes.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Center. Radar contact continue.
You want to see where I am right now?
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact center on 128.5.
That's how far I am already.
Going to 128.5 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Center. Radar contact continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact center on 126.1. Good day.
126.1 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Center. Radar contact continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Minneapolis Center on 120.6. Good day.
120.6 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Minneapolis Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4
Alert,
is November 4
alert,
Alpha Sierra
alert.
Minneapolis Center. Radar
Self-destruct
contact
system
continue.
activated. This aircraft will
N4
detonate
is
in
November
30
4 Alpha
seconds.
Sierra contact Minneapolis Center
Just
on
kidding. I
124.2.
wanted to make sure you were
Good day.
not sleeping.
Going to 124.2
Okay, that was not
as
funny
November
because
4
I
Alpha
really
Sierra.
thought you were.
Minneapolis Center N4 as
Dog.
November 4 Alpha Sierra flight
No,
level
I don't need to
2445.
blow up in the atmosphere.
N4 is November 4
Going at
Alpha Sierra
Mach
Minneapolis
shit
Center.
brains.
Radar contact continue. Bemidji 83, you are
What
49 miles west.
the heck?
Descend and maintain 7,000 feet. Expect vectors ILS runway 18 approach.
That's just weird. I think that was supposed to be the
13,000 feet. Expect vectors ILS runway 18
weather
approach.
there.
Bemidji 83.
Sioux
Sioux Fort Tree, you are 12 miles northeast. Descend and maintain 4,000 feet. Expect ILS runway 31 approach via APUYU transition. Clear to
Bro, I need a
APUYU.
mod that makes this so much better. That's like sound barrier breaking
Sioux
high
Fort,
def,
you are
high
25
quality
miles south.
sounds, bro.
Descend and maintain 4,100
Know what I mean?
feet. Expect ILS runway 31
But
approach
damn,
via
dude,
Greta
look how
transition.
fast I'm going.
Clear to Greta.
Good lord.
Sioux 14, you are
What?
35 miles south of Kilo Delta Victor Lima.
This is crazy.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Minneapolis Center on 127.6. Good
This
day.
is freaking wild, dude.
Sioux 2 Tree, you are 25 miles east. Descend and maintain 3,400 feet.
traffic,
127.64
air traffic
as
can't even
November
keep
4
up
Alpha
with me,
Sierra.
man. They're struggling. I'm going so fast.
Minneapolis Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November
Okay,
4
this thing
Alpha
makes
Sierra
travel
Minneapolis
so
Center
much more
radar
fun.
contact continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Winnipeg Center
This
on 132.25.
this is fun.
Good
This
day.
is nice.
132.25
If I want to get to point
N4
A
as
to Z
November
and like
4 Alpha Sierra.
quick
Goodbye.
instead of like sitting here for
Winnipeg
hours.
Center N4 as November
Well, this
4
is the
Alpha
way to
Sierra
go,
flight
my
level
friend.
2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Winnipeg Center radar contact
Look at the
continue.
beautiful round Earth just disappearing before my eyeballs. This is crazy. Let's see, how far did I get already? Actually, how much time do I have left? 44 minutes to reach Russia from Atlanta. Bro, that's crazy. Dang, I'm already halfway across the United States. Brother. Uh-oh. I'm going the wrong way.
N4 is November
See,
4
what I
Alpha
don't
Sierra
understand
contact Winnipeg
is
Center
the
on
aircraft has
132.9.
decided to,
Good day.
Going to 132.9
let's just say it
N4
decided
as November
to
4 Alpha Sierra.
pretty much change its mind
Winnipeg Center
and
N4
decided to
as
go
November 4
countersteer,
Alpha
so
Sierra flight level
I don't know why it
2445.
inverted the controls like that. That's just
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Winnipeg Center radar contact continue.
why is my controls inverted? I don't know if that's a thing with the airplane. But this is downright bizarre. Whoa. Okay, that's weird.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Winnipeg Center on 124.3. Good day.
I am literally having a hard time controlling this thing because for some stupid reason
N4 as November 4
my
Alpha
controls
Sierra.
are inverted. I don't
Winnipeg
understand
Center
what's going
N4
on.
as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Winnipeg Center radar contact continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Winnipeg Center on 133.1. Good day.
Going to 133.1 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Winnipeg Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Winnipeg Center radar contact continue.
gonna do something real quick because I gotta figure out why in the world is my thing decided to invert controls left to right. Flying the Quasar right now in MSFS20 and out of random at 100,000 feet at Mach 7.8, the controls decided to go inverted left and right controls. Only the left and right, and I don't know why.
Auto trim disabled.
I see. It was the auto trim situation here. Shit ass. Alright, let me guess. If I put that on, which I do need on at high hoopa doop
Auto
speeds,
trim
man.
enabled.
Alright, let me guess. It's gonna be invert again. It is inverted. What the heck? Alright, you know what? I'll just live with it. Whatever.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, contact Edmonton Center on 133.45. Good day.
133.45 N4 as November 4 Alpha
Billions of
Sierra.
stars and trillions
Goodbye.
of worlds. Shall I set course for Mars?
Edmonton
so we
Center
can save
N4 as
Earth's
November
friends?
4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, Edmonton Center radar contact, continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, contact Edmonton Center on 134.7. Good day.
Going to 134.7 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Edmonton Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, Edmonton Center radar contact, continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, contact Edmonton Center on 127.825. Good day.
127.825 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Edmonton Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Edmonton Center radar contact. Continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Edmonton Center on 135.275. Good day.
Going to 135.275 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Edmonton Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Edmonton Center radar contact. Continue.
Look at that, I'm already reaching where the sun has, beating the sun. I'm racing the sun, I'm going faster than the sun right now. Not really going faster than the Earth rotates, but
Contact Edmonton Center on 133.2.
fun.
Good day.
Fun indeed.
Going to 133.2 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Edmonton Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Edmonton Center radar contact. Continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Edmonton Center on 135.275. Good day.
135.275 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Edmonton Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Edmonton Center radar contact. Continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Edmonton Center on 123.425. Good day.
123.425 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Edmonton Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Edmonton Center radar contact. Continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Edmonton Center on 132.875. Good day.
132.875 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Edmonton Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Edmonton Center radar contact. Continue. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, contact Edmonton Center on 134.05. Good day.
Going to 134.05 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Edmonton Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra, flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, Edmonton Center, radar contact, continue.
Well, apparently my tablet just decided to disappear, and I cannot figure out how to get it to reappear. Motherfucking clicking shit. What the fuck? What? Uh, uh, bro, come on. Oh my god. It's so annoying when I like want to move and you just click something on your aircraft and it fucks shit up. Just it's the most obnoxious thing on earth. I don't even know where on tarnation that it went. Well, that sucks. Huh. Where'd it go? Dang, that thing really did disappear. It disappeared for good. Well then. Alrighty. I'll just deal with it then. Alrighty, well, back in flight.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, contact Edmonton Center on 134.15. Good day.
134.15 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Edmonton Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra, flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, Edmonton Center, radar contact, continue.
Auto trim disabled. Auto trim enabled. Auto trim disabled.
$25 minutes left till Russia.
Auto trim enabled.
Fixing to end up leaving the States here. Yeah. And we've got 17 minutes till we hit Russia. We're gonna go spy on Russia is what we're doing, okay? We're doing a mission, we're spying on the Russians, okay? It's what we're doing right now. An MSFS. We're top secret mission. Something I'm just making stuff up, man. And that there is the edge of the United States, of the west coast, the northwest coast.
contact Anchorage Center on 132.2. Good day.
132.2 and 4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Anchorage Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Anchorage Center. Radar contact continue.
This here, babe.
Damn, me seeing that number makes me not want to go too high.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra. Contact Anchorage Center on 126.4. Good day.
126.4 and 4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Anchorage Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level
Alaska.
2445.
Passing
N4 is November 4
Alaska.
Alpha Sierra Anchorage Center. Radar contact continue.
Huh? Yeah, for real. Goodbye, Alaska. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm already in Russian territory, basically. Dang, I already left Alaska yesterday. Goodness. Let me course correct real quick. Do. Find my nose. Do. Wait a second. I need to look where I'm going. Yoink. There we go. Let's point my nose a little bit more.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra. Contact Anchorage Center on
It's not a
119.1.
destination.
Good day.
119.1 and
That should
4
be good
as
enough.
November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Anchorage Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra
Yeah, I
flight
still
level
need to
2445.
correct it a little bit.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Anchorage Center. Radar contact continue.
Oh, it's so weird. It's like the nature of this thing to counter steer when you put it in auto trim. It's the feature of the Quasar. It's kind of a weird situation, but you definitely want to use it at this altitude, at this speed, or this thing's gonna be shaking like a madman. What happens if I put this on? Oh, yaw dampen. That smoothens a little bit, but not much. Don't know when I should start my descent, but I'm like 10 minutes away. Hey, yo, that was fast, man. Goodness gracious. Dang, man. Do you see this, man? This is crazy. Oh boy, I probably want to correct it a little bit more to about right about here, so I'm like, nope, right into that runway there. But I don't know. They're gonna give me wherever the weather situates. Oh no, we're getting a little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. I don't like the wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Stop it. How fast am I going? I'm losing speed. Punch. Whee! Back to 7.8.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Petropavlovsk Center on 135.4. Good day.
135.4 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Petropavlovsk Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level 2445.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Petropavlovsk Center radar contact. Continue.
What is that? Hey, you. What are you doing? She does? Okay. I don't know if she's trying to get up on Molly's bed thingy. Oh man, okay, so how close am I? 7 minutes. I think what I'm gonna do is hit the air brake somewhere around out here or right here, and then flip it upside down and give it a dive. We're gonna booger dive it. We're gonna dive. Oh, dude, I'm like a few minutes away, man. Yeah, I know, it's crazy. This shit's wild, dude. We are lightning speed. My landing's gonna be rough, man. I'm gonna tell you that much. I gotta get used to this thing because it's like landing an airliner jet, apparently, with very minimal aerodynamic lift. So it's like trying to land an A320 with tiny wings and little lift. Like, yeah, yeah, but it's like stable. You know what I mean? To an extent. If you get too slow, then this thing is not very stable. You'll die. Yeah. Well, you don't really die, you just get a black screen, but it technically simulates death. You know, it's really funny because Microsoft has really strict rules about anything graphic on their game, but yet they give the terrifying black screen, and like that is literally what you see before you crash. Like the moment you hit ground, lights out. Like, come on, bro, that's terrifying. Come on, Microsoft, what's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What's with your contradictory? That's like equivalent to the GTA videos, those short videos for the little guy driving the motorcycle, and what happens when you remove the wasted screen, you just see instant black. Just like, hey, that's terrifying, man. Huh? Like you get a black screen and you hear ringing. Like that's a little bit too realistic. Okay. Fix and hit them spoilers. 5. Wait, no. Should be. I'm gonna give it at the 4-minute mark, and then I'm gonna pull the spoilers. Okay. Hitting the spoilers. Speed brakes. Let's go.
N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Anchorage Center on 119.1. Good day.
It's gonna take some time.
119.1 and
Skip a
4
little
as
bit of
November
notes.
4 Alpha
Nose
Sierra.
dive.
Goodbye.
Whee.
Anchorage Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra flight level
Oh, it doesn't want me to
2445.
do that. Okay, we're just gonna keep it level.
N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra Anchorage Center radar contact continue.
Yeah, there we go. I got this thing trimmed out real well. I got this sucker real trimmed. Dumping speed. We're still at Mach 6. Trying to get to Mach 2 or 3. But really, I should get to Mach 1. Yeah, I'm just gonna get to Mach 1. And now we do the dive. Yep, we're cooled down enough to do this. Getting 2 Gs there. I don't want to over G my poor pilot. There we go. Frick, man. We're going boogie woogie fast still. that's interesting. See, it's back to normal controls. It's not inverted anymore. We're going subsonic. This thing is a lightning fast. Huh? I know, it's because I have to hit my approach properly. Ginger, we can do it.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact Petropavlovsk Center on 135.4. Good day.
135.4 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Goodbye. Petropavlovsk Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra 1,200 feet.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Petropavlovsk Center altimeter 30.37 radar contact continue.
Dude, this thing flies really nicely at 4 and 500 knots.
Four to 500 knots. I'm going at an airliner jet speed right now.
Currently at the speed of an airliner jet. Just a little bit faster. By like 0.2 Mach.
down the Russians. Just kidding. Yeah. I'm so close to the water. I'm like 100 feet above the water.
Petropavlovsk Center N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Request clearance to transition Charlie airspace.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Petropavlovsk Center. Cleared through the Charlie airspace.
Cleared through Charlie airspace N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Tower N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra is 13 miles south, 2,800 feet with Gulf to land.
N4 N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra Tower. Altimeter tree 0.50, wind 267 at 4. Fly straight in runway tree 4 left.
Make straight in runway tree 4 left N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, wind 267 at 4.
Set. Armed.
Cleared to land runway tree 4 left. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, acknowledge last transmission.
Cleared to land runway tree 4 left N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra.
And now, it's time for the stressful part.
Yeah, it's my game lag stuff.
Gotta love the game lagging before I land. About to make a totally great landing.
Touchdown complete. I'd applaud, but I lack hands. Remember to brake now.
Jeez, dude, this thing is really stressful to land, I'm telling you, man. Oh, jeez.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, turn next taxiway.
Phew. So tip, if you got this aircraft, you fly it. Yeah, it's weird to say. Just put the parking brake on. And you want to land this thing between 240 and 220 exactly. Anything lower than 220, you're gonna plop like a rock. And don't forget to have that thing engaged, because if you don't, you're gonna outrun the runway. All right, now I need to figure out where I'm supposed to turn.
N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra, turn next taxiway. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra exit runway when able. N4 is November 4 Alpha Sierra contact ground on 127.0.
Going to 127.0 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra. Ground N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra, request taxi to parking.
N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Delta Charlie Mike Charlie Golf Hotel Cross runway 3410.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Delta Charlie Mike Charlie Golf Hotel Cross runway 3410 N4 as November 4 Alpha Sierra.
gotta go let my dog out.
I know, Genji. Hold on.
Leaving already, Captain? I suppose I can't lock you in with me. It wouldn't be nice, right?
Alright, thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all later.